Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at the new Kaji robot and its three weapons, the boom, the bash and the pow. These weapons are extremely strong, as is the Kaji itself. The Kaji itself drops mines that do a ton of damage, and if you have the pilot, which unfortunately I have yet to get my hands on, they also EMP, meaning that robots can't avoid the damage. This also can actually help kill stuff such as maulers and the Bjorn. An extremely versatile, extremely strong robot. This robot does need to be built a bit tanky, as it needs to be very close range in order to hit the mines, as they have, I believe, a 200-meter range before they jump at another robot, and they also need a line of sight. Alright, so now I'll show you my Kaji build. Obviously, as I said before, do not have the pilot. I got lucky and got Armor Expert on this. I'm not going to invest in this pilot at all. I am only going to be using it till I get the Kaji pilot. This is just a placeholder. Then I will have a Mark II Kaji. I have Mark II Neon Bash, meaning this does 10% extra damage compared to the normal bash because it's a special edition. Same with the rest of these. Recently I got the Neon Power. I got really unlucky with getting any power fragments at all. Then I got lucky with a free gold weapon data pad. And then I also have a Mark II Neon Boom. I have a level 11 Seeker drone, quite high level. This took me a while to get leveled to here. Has a quantum sensor, which, as most of you will know, means I can see through stealth. Within this range, obviously, not across the map. Within that 190-meter range. Here I get 10% extra durability, which is extremely useful for the Kaji, as generally it is not a super tanky robot. 10% energy shield durability bonus isn't super helpful to the Kaji, as I don't get an energy shield built into this robot, such as the Dux does. And then counter suppression, really good. Again, helps with survivability, lowers their enemy's damage output. Does have a cooldown though, so it's kind of unfortunate that it does have a cooldown, but it's super useful. And counterblind, really useful. I haven't quite unlocked it yet, but I will hopefully in the future unlock this. Does have a cooldown once again unfortunate, but again helps very much so with survivability. So I haven't actually maxed these, which is kind of annoying. I don't have enough modules. Did obviously get the base path, which is just durability and damage. I got nuclear reactor, increases damage, and then for this I went with the phase shift, helped me survive a little longer. And then we go the damage deal pathway. Why did you go out? Sorry guys about that. Then we have obviously damage in the permanent effects. I haven't quite unlocked this one. Then I chose the nuclear amp. The assault unit is good, but it increases damage in general only up to 20%. And only up to 350 meters, whereas the weapons that the Kaji uses are up to 600 meters. So this is generally better, as I have high range weapons and it'll affect the mines as well. And it actually increases a larger amount, 0.8% per stack, up to 95 stacks. Also, defense mitigation. So very, very important module. You could, if you had the modules, go through these for the extra permanent effects. If you're ever doing this, you never upgrade these. You only unlock it in order to get the next permanent effect. And on that note, let's get into our first match. Alright, loading into our second match. This is not a great map for the Kaji, unfortunately. We might struggle a bit here. Alright, obviously we gotta go capture our home beacon first. Can't quite see any of their robots yet because they're too far away. There's a crisis. I believe that's an Amugi, I can't quite tell from here. And there is a Sandra. Okay, there's that Sandra. He is now within our range. Look at that damage. Almost half health with a single shot. These are also not high level neon booms and bashes and all that. Almost dead. And he should be dead after this shot. Bam. Ravager with the weathers. We have a sword robot. We have two sword robots on our team. If someone comes, that Sandra comes out of stealth, he will be dead. Hopefully. Ooh, not quite. No, he's dead. Okay, throwing mines into the center. They will all take a bunch of damage. Double kill. Condor's down there. That's really annoying, that Sandra. Okay, there's a Baglio there. Try to kill that Baglio. Nice, took out that. Okay, now we can take center beacon comfortably. Ooh, they have a Tet. That is not something I would have want to be there. Okay, back away from that Raptor. Raptor's almost dead. There we go. Okay, that Tet is something we do want to stay away from. Oh, look at that damage. Not 100% sure it's all our damage. We are taking a ton of damage though from that Samjock. Okay. Nice. Killed that Dux. And that is a dead Samjock. Ooh, okay. Roofers. Ooh, come on. No, don't take us out, please. Ah, that's unfortunate. Devastators on a Orochi. Alright, so as you saw, Neon Kaji and its weapons, the boom, the bash, and the power do an unbelievable amount of damage. We got many kills that match with the boom, bash, power, and the Kaji itself. The mines do a disgusting amount of damage. If anything gets into their range while there's more than 5 of them, generally that thing is just going to disappear. It is gone. Unfortunately, I don't have the pilot, so I don't get to showcase it EMPing robots like the Mauler, and I don't get all the bonuses from that, like damage, durability, speed, etc. If I did, this build would do even more damage. Same with the modules. My modules are not maxed. If I could max my modules, they would do even more, along with maxing the actual robot itself. I can definitely see this being top of the meta once the Teth and the Sword Robot get nerfed. Both are due for a nerf. I would say the Teth gets probably nerfed next update, and the Sword Robot will get nerfed next update as well, or the update after. Hopefully. I do not want to see the Teth stay in the meta for the next year like the Mauler did. The Mauler still is in the meta, the Mauler was released in August last year, 2024. It's been over a year, and I still use it. It's still in the meta. It's still a top 3 robot. Yeah. It'll be nice to see what the meta shifts to once the Teth and the Sword Robot are nerfed, along with the Mauler. And with that, thank you for watching. Have yourself a good day.